Okay, guys, so let's get ready for a little bit of a rant today. I'm going to come back and answer questions about this later. There's really important concepts that for you to get and be able to be in business for another decade, if you've already been in business for a decade, for you to get the concepts, for you to be able to make money, for you to be able to still deliver things from within your passion and your care, because if you're a chick, and you know what, still be able to do it while you're creating time. And I am not talking about any of you that are watching this becoming an online trainer where you teach people how to squat even though you don't know how to squat, or where you sell an online food plan that one of the coaches gave you and you got on stage and you won because you had 8% body fat and you've made lots of sales off that food plan, or anything crazy ridiculous like that. I'm not talking about you being like one of those cheap salesmen that burns your bridges in any way, shape, or form. I'm talking about people that are ethical, so coaches that actually love their clients, which is the majority of people that I speak to. Sorry, this feels like actually really ranty. What I want to go through are some tips that it's absolutely critical to get the concept of when it comes to you being able to not only make money, but to stay in the industry for another decade if you want to. And I'm not talking about you staying in the industry for another decade counting to 10, because a lot of people that I speak to say, I think the life of being a personal trainer has actually probably going to run out, that you might feel like you've got a shelf life as a trainer. And I don't think you have a shelf life as a trainer, but I think that maybe you have a lot of different passions. And you might have heard the thing that you should focus on one thing, and that's probably said by a guy, because I don't know many women that do focus on one thing. And most of the girls that I coach have multiple talents, multiple niches, multiple courses, multiple things that they do, and it's all fine. And everybody's fine. So you can actually execute multiple things at once, as long as they're making money, obviously, and you can have several different niches, several different passions, several different courses, several different ways you do things. It's just a matter of making money first so that you can get a little bit of a breather to make the other money. And this is the big concept that you need to get. I'm often talking about it just came out of my mouth. Often talking about low, medium, and high-end products. And what I'm talking about is that, imagine low-end being anything that a client might turn up to and do for free. So it might be a free session, it might be a free chat, or it might be a boot camp, or it might be a group session or something. So it's probably around the $0 to $30 a week mark. That's low end. There's no exact number, but you'll get the frame that I'm talking about. And then there's medium end, and that might be a one-on-one personal training session value, anywhere up to $100 a week or a session. Then there's high end. High end being anything $1,000 plus in value. And no, I'm not really talking about 12 months worth of a gym membership or anything like that, or 12 months worth of PT, although you could kind of count that as a high-end package. But I'm talking about things like something that doesn't cost you extra time to deliver. And something that you really love, and something that gives the person an extreme amount of value, because let's face it, you as a coach can really shorten people's lives and their journey, right? Because at the moment they are in a hell of a lot of pain, and you know how to solve that, and that's the concept that you've got to get. So if we talk about low, medium, and high, what you're probably missing is, actually, I have no doubt, if you're watching this and you're a coach and you've been in business for more than 2 years, this matters. This is going to be a lifesaver. You must produce some things in the high end, and you need to figure out how to do that, and you need to figure out how to sell that and how to enroll people into those things. I'm constantly talking to people that are just talking about how they might need new members in the gym, because they're looking at the model of more traffic, I need more people in, I want to get over 100 members, I want to get over 200 members. When I get it, that's great, it's fine, and it's more of the same, it's more administration, all that kind of stuff, which we all know, we all love, and it's more text messages, it's more caring, it's like having 100 more kids, you know what I mean, mums? So it's all fine, but if you don't have any other product offerings, it's also a lot more stress and a lot more time away from your family, and that's the truth. So that's not going to solve your problem of not already spending enough time with your family and already losing time and money and getting frustrated and tired yourself and never having time to train yourself and never having time to spend with your spouse and never being home for the child's routine or whatever it is that you want to do at night. So having a larger product offering, however, is going to fix that problem. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you have to create things that are $5,000, $10,000 and not get out of bed for less than $10,000. It's not what I'm talking about. I just got off the phone and gave someone an example of one of my girls a couple of years ago actually created a $10,000 package and then took people overseas, took 10 of them overseas at that price. But she also runs $20 boot camps on the weekend. So you can do everything. That's a massive example, by the way. And it might be a little bit unrealistic. And hey, it's not probably realistic to take people on an overseas retreat and charge $10,000 if you have kids at home. But there's plenty of options. My point is, if you're a coach and you know how to coach people, the results that you can get people. Now, I'm not even going to go down that track because I'm going to convince you that you need to do what the content is that you need to put in that high-end package. You just need to get that concept. I'm going to make sure that underneath this video, I put a link to the actual figures that I have done just by you creating different product offers. So doing boot camps if you don't do boot camps, doing groups if you don't do groups, doing one-on-ones if you don't do one-on-ones, doing two-on-ones, doing workshops, doing retreats, doing 12-month packages, doing 12-week packages, and the maths of what you're actually missing out on from the logical perspective is insane. But that maths and more income gives you more time. It's really a no-brainer, but you have to get the concept. It has got nothing to do with counting to 10. It is a business concept. There is a low product, a low paid product, there is a medium paying product, and there is a high end product. And if you don't have something in each realm, you will get exhausted. It's probably why you are feeling exhausted and annoyed that you're running out of time to see the people in your family and do what it is that you'd actually like to do, which is probably the reason that you set up business for yourself in the first place. It's a little bit of a rant, but I hope you get the concept. If you've got any questions about that concept at all, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you've got any questions, actually, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll answer them. I don't have any more information for you today, unless anyone that's online at the moment's got any questions. Let me have a look for a couple of different video things running at the moment. It's just a little bit of an experiment. No, all right, awesome. Guys, I'm going to end it there. Share this video everywhere. As usual, you know where I am if you've got any questions, but please don't sit and suffer. Get the concept of low, medium, and high, and it's actually life-changing when you do, and it will give you such a sigh of relief, and it gives you a buffer. Really, it gives you a buffer so that if you want to do more charity work, you can. Or if you want to work with a niche that is not going to give you money, which might be depressed people on medication that are really overweight, that are in hospital, for example, that are homeless. Like, do you see what I mean? How there's some niches that some of us really like to pour our hearts into, which is fantastic. But you have to also earn money from a niche that's going to allow you to earn money. So then you can put some time into that money. Then you can put some time into that niche as well. But anything really is possible, okay? Just so that you know that, but you absolutely have to get the concept of low, medium, and high. Talk to you later, kids. Bye.